Hey guys, James here, Big Papa Bacon. And a lot of you know I recently started working for Uber, and I just wanted to give you a little update on what's going on with that. I started last Wednesday, but I was approved last Sunday. Wasn't able to actually start until Wednesday because of my full-time job. Went out Wednesday afternoon during a slow time, worked 2 hours. Did 2 rides in 2 hours. Made And our total fares on that was about $75. I get 80% of that. So I made almost as much in 2 hours during a slow time as I would have making working all day at my regular job. And then I went out on Thursday, and I was only out there for about an hour, and I did one ride, which wasn't bad during the middle of the day when they're supposed to be. It's not supposed to be very good. It's supposed to be very dead. Friday came, and I was at work at my regular job. I got off about 7:30, changed clothes, grabbed some dinner, and then headed out about 8 o'clock. And when I had spoke to the representative at Uber, he said, Fridays and Saturdays is going to be insane. Just be prepared. You're going to be so busy you won't know what to do with yourself. And my first thought was, yeah, that's a nice sales pitch. But let's see what really happens. Started down College Avenue here in Fort Collins. No more than 3 minutes went by, got my first request. That was about 9:05, something like that, when that came in. And when I stopped working at 3 a.m., the requests were still going insane. I literally did not even have time to stop and take a restroom break. The whole night, it was just incredibly crazy. Same thing with Saturday. Went out on Saturday. Started about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just because I was bored. Nothing really started hopping until about 6:30, and then from 6:30 until 2 a.m., same thing. Not even time to take a break. So I worked. I wrote it down here. Wednesday I worked 2 hours. Thursday I worked about 2 hours. Friday I worked 7 hours. Saturday I worked 11 hours, and Sunday I went to the Doobie Brothers concert, and that ended about 8 o'clock, 7:30, something like that. I thought it was going to go later, so I wasn't planning on driving, but I decided, what the heck. Got home about 9 o'clock, so I went out, and within a 3-hour period, made about, well, I don't even know how much I made. It was a ridiculous amount. Basically, I worked a total of 25 hours over the course of 5 days. So about 5 hours a day. And I collected over $1,300 in fares in those 5 days, and in 25 hours. And my total paycheck for that was $1,029.75. Now, to put that into perspective, my regular job, which I've worked for over 2 years as an airport shuttle driver, driving back and forth to the airport, in order for me to make $1,000 in a 2-week pay period, I would have to work a full 40 hours plus 15 to 20 hours overtime. So we're talking 55 to 60 hours a week of being away from my family and my kids, and not being able to enjoy life. All I did was work and sleep, work and sleep, work and sleep, work and sleep. A lot of you who know me personally know that. I'm a workaholic. Whatever I do, I throw 110% behind it. I work my ass off. I strive every day to become better at what I do. And then when I saw my amount that I was going to receive, I had to stop and take serious recollection of that, because you know what? 60 hours for 2 weeks, that's 120 hours that I was working to make $1,000 every 2 weeks. And I did this in 5 days, actually less, because I wasn't working all 5 days. I only worked 2 hours, 2 hours, 7 hours, 11 hours, and 3 hours. That's 25 hours. So I made $1,029.75 in 25 hours, where it would have taken me 120 hours to make that in my regular job. So, wow. I was quite amazed. I was quite impressed. Now, one thing that does set what I do apart from what other Uber drivers do is they're what's called Uber X, which is the lower paid version of Uber. It's a little cheaper for the passenger, but they just drive normal cars. When I first heard about Uber and got excited about it, I decided first of all I needed to have a car that was 2000 or newer and had 4 doors. That was their qualifications for a car. No physical visible damage to the car. You know, it's got to be safe. It has to pass inspection. You have to pass a background check, which I obviously wasn't worried about since I work at DIA. If I can pass their background check, I can pass anything. So it took about 7 days to get everything rolling after I submitted my application to them. Everything got approved. I did not have a car, so I had to wait for a car to get approved. Started looking for good deals on Craigslist. I found a beautiful 2001 Lincoln Continental Town car. Paid $3,000 for it, which is a steal. I mean, I see older ones going for $5, $6, $7, $8 grand. I got this one for $3,000 at a used car lot. Put brand new tires on it. Put brand new brakes all the way around so it would pass inspection. Everything else was immaculate on the car. I wouldn't sell that car for less than 10 grand. I know I'd never get that much, but if somebody wanted to buy it from me, that's what they'd have to give me, because I absolutely love that car. So all in all, I put about $4,000 into the vehicle. I figured it would take me at least 6 months to make that money back. I made a fourth of it back in a weekend, 25 hours of work. So here in my area, Uber's fairly new. They have quite a few drivers, but not even close enough drivers to keep up with demand. And so I'm what's considered an Uber Black. I'm sorry, I lost a train of thought there. Uber Black is the next stage up. It's more of a luxury type vehicle. They charge a little more for that, but it's a great service. The car is wonderful. People love riding in it. I've had several people comment that it makes them feel like a celebrity or a movie star when they're riding around it. They absolutely love it. It's the perfect vehicle for, you know, couples going out to a fancy dinner restaurant. They order the Uber Black car, and so it's really worked out. So I make a little more than that, the normal Uber driver with Uber X, but I definitely, it's a lot of fun. And my first full night, Friday night, was absolutely the most fun I've had making money in, I can't remember how long, since I've played in a band. I mean, you know, playing in a band's great. You're in the limelight and you make decent money. Well, we used to, not anymore. But this was absolutely the most incredible experience of my life, and I absolutely love it. So we are looking for more drivers in Fort Collins. So if you're in the Fort Collins area and you want to help get this thing going, you want to make some serious money, respond to me. Let me know. I'll be happy to sit down with you, meet for coffee, tell you everything I've learned, everything I know, which isn't a lot because I've only been doing it for 5 days. But I've learned a ton from the passengers, from the company. They've been spot on with helping me, answering my questions. Or if you've never used Uber before, this would be a really good time to try it. If you're in the Fort Collins area, I have a promo code that will give you $20 off your first ride, as long as you're not already an Uber client. So you need to be a brand new Uber client, never used it. And when you order your first ride, put in this code, and it will give you $20 off your first ride. It's all capitals, WGS, S as in Sam, M as in Mary, U as in umbrella. So WGSMU. And maybe you'll get me if you order an Uber Black, which I most likely think you will, because as far as I know, I'm the only Uber Black in Fort Collins. I don't think anybody else is doing Uber Black. There might be some Uber XLs, which XL is extra large vehicles like Suburbans, things like that hold multiple amounts of people. And the cool thing about Uber is it's all cashless. I mean, everything's run through credit card or debit card. I don't have to handle money. I don't have to worry about making change. I basically turn my app on. When people request, it comes through, tells me where to pick them up. It links directly to my GPS system on my phone. And I drive right to their location. I pick them up. I punch a button on the app when I get there, and it sends them a text and tells them I'm here. They come out, they get in the car, and I take them where they're going to go, and that's the end of it. It's pretty simple and clear cut. It's probably one of the easiest companies I've ever worked for. Even though I do have experience with that with my other job, because that's what I do in my other job. I pick people up, I take them down, we get them on a shuttle, we take them to the airport. Then we bring them back, pick them up, take them home. And so I did have some experience with it, but it's really very simple. I mean, if you have a smartphone, you can download the app, sign up, get approved, and push buttons and make money. I mean, unreal. $1,029.75 in 25 hours on my first week. And that to me really says something. It says this is the real deal, and I've not seen anything like this. I mean, this is a freaking cash cow. If you want to make money and you don't want to spend a lot of time doing it, this is it right here. This is it. So if you want to sign up or register to be an Uber driver, go to www.uber.com. Click the little thing that says sign up to be a driver. Fill out all the information. It's pretty easy. Make sure you have a car that fits the details. 2000 or newer, 4 doors, no visible damage. You know, I mean, a little dent here and there is is okay, but you can't have a fender missing or a big, you know, bash on the side of your door and expect them to approve it. Everything, as far as safety goes, must be there. It must have seat belts for all the passengers if they choose to use them. If you have airbags in it, they must be operable. They cannot be blown out. When I took my car in for inspection, the guy told me a lady had just brought hers in and all the airbags were blown out and hanging in the car, and she wanted them to approve that vehicle, and they just laughed at her. They're like, there's no way, man, this is not a safe vehicle, and we're not going to approve this for you to take passengers around in. And what we're looking for is people that are real go-getters, kind of like myself. You know, if you love doing stuff, you enjoy hanging out with people, really cool people. I mean, you meet some of the coolest people on these trips. It's just unbelievable. If you're willing to work late nights, Friday, Saturday nights, I mean, you could work till probably 4:30 in the morning, and I'm guessing that's probably when it slows down. I don't know. This weekend, I'm going to go out, start about 6, Friday and Saturday, and I'm not going to stop until about 4 a.m. So I'm going to work about 20 hours this week, and I'll probably make close to, well, probably 1,000 at least, if not more. I don't even worry about tips. In my other job, that's what we thrive on is tips. This job, I don't even care. I usually don't even accept the tip. If they want to give me a tip, I tell them it's not required, and if they insist, then I'll take it. But otherwise, I don't worry about it, because $1,030 in 25 hours is more than enough compensation for me. I don't need their $2 or $3 tip. They can take that to the bar and have a good time with it, because I'm already getting paid and I'm having the time of my life. So, like I said, if you guys want to check it out, download the app, uber.com. Use the promo code WGSMU, and you'll get $20 off your first ride. And if you're interested in driving, click up to sign and drive on the same site, and use the same passcode. That'll get you in, get you rocking and rolling, and you'll all be set. So enough blabbering from me. It's pretty doggone late here. It's about 2:35 in the morning. Can't sleep again as usual. So decided I'd figure out how to make a video on my computer, and it didn't take long. So, all right, if you guys have any questions, post them below, and I will get back to you and answer them. My email is jamesd0711@gmail.com, and hope to see you out there, either as a rider or a fellow driver, because we need more, big time. All right, guys, thanks. Bye-bye.